Hello everybody, I hope everyone is doing well and welcome back. So today's video was actually suggested by a couple of you guys, so thank you. I'm going to pretend I'm in an alternate universe where I can only keep 10 makeup products. Creating this little edit was so stressful. Some categories were easier than others, of course, but for the most part, it felt like I was trying to pick a favorite child. It was not easy. But looking at this edit in front of me here, it's very true to my everyday selections, and they're the ones that I've been feeling the most excited about as well. At the end of today's video, please let me know if you'd like to see this video again. It could be a fun one that I can do seasonally or even monthly if you guys like it that much, because I know these selections are going to change very, very often. It was so hard to put together, but anyways. Hi, editing me here. I just wanted to make a quick appearance to tell you that I am working on a drugstore version of this video as well, so keep tuned for that. But in the meantime, please enjoy this one. Okay, bye-bye. Love you so much. Today's video is going to be a bunch of fun, but before we get into it, I'd love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It means so much to me, and let's get to it. I decided to not include a primer because I can get whatever desired look out of my SPFs. I'm just gonna mention them quick. Am I cheating right out the gate? Maybe. My video, my rules, okay? So if I'm wanting a glowy base, I'd go for the Supergoop Glow Screen. Incredible. If I just want a nice hydrated moisturized base, I would just use the Supergoop Play. And if I'm wanting like a diffused, softened, blurred out skin look, I'd use my Unseen sunscreen from Supergoop as well. I'm a Supergoop fanatic. Not sponsored, but I wish I was. Love them. Anyways, now let's get into the makeup. So for my foundation, I decided to pick the Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer from NARS. Right now I'm using the shade Light 1.5. This has just been getting along with my skin really nicely lately. I was kind of debating between this one or the MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body, but I decided to go for this one because I find it to be a bit more buildable compared to the MAC one, so I thought this one would be more versatile. I've also been reaching for this one quite a bit since it's pretty hydrating, and that's awesome for the drier months. It's just been looking really good too. It's been pairing well with other things. It's just nice and reliable, which we love. For my concealer, I landed on the Kosas Revealer Concealer. This is, once again, my #1 favorite right now. I've entered into another Revealer Concealer phase. I just really love this one. I feel like I can get any type of look I want with it. If I want a sheer veil of concealer, I can achieve that. If I want like a full coverage moment, I can achieve that as well. So that's why I opted for this one instead of like the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix, just so that I can add more coverage if I'm in the mood to, or I can spot conceal other areas of my face if I'm needing to. So I'm just gonna add a little bit like that. Did I mention the shade I'm using? 03W. And I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender. Now moving on to setting powder, I actually chose the Makeup Forever Ultra HD setting powder. I'm using the shade 10 Vanilla, and this is a great all-in-one powder. It looks fantastic under the eyes. It looks amazing all over the face. It's just through and through amazing. It's quickly become one of my favorite powders the last couple months. I'm just going to focus it under my eyes right now. Just taking this fluffy eyeshadow brush. Whoa, picked up way too much. Oopsies. And it's really flattering. It doesn't make your under eyes feel tight at all. It just sets them down perfectly. So I'm just gonna put this to the side for a moment, and we're gonna move on to bronzers. And I was struggling to choose between the Patrick Ta Contour and Bronzer Duo or the M Cosmetics So Soft Contour Sticks, and I ended up choosing the Patrick Ta Duo because I get a powder and a cream, and it just made sense to me. So I'm using the shade She's Sculpted. Today I'm in the mood to just use the powder side, and I'm applying it with the Moda Blending Fan Brush. This product is no stranger to my channel. I use it so often. I think it's just because of its versatility, and I think the quality of the product is really beautiful, and the blendability of the two sides is unbelievable. It's just easy. So beautiful, so soft, and it diffuses so quickly. I just I'm such a fan of this product. Now for highlighter, I chose the Trinity London Candlelight, the Right Light highlighter. I really like this stuff. And it's very easy to apply, it's flattering, and my favorite thing about it is it's so see-through when the light is not hitting it, but when the light catches it, it's so beautiful and subtle, and it just makes you look subtly dewy. It's just incredible. I've been so excited about this highlighter, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know this does not happen often. It takes me months for me to fall in love with a highlighter, it feels like. It just melts right into your base so effortlessly, and it never disrupts anything underneath, which is interesting because it feels like slippery when you're swatching it. It feels like it shouldn't apply. The texture feels like it shouldn't apply this way, if that makes any sense. And this one's quite buildable as well. I'm kind of building it up a bit more today. I'm in the mood to be glowy and bronzy. I miss those kind of looks. Now moving on to blush. Surprisingly, this was the easiest category for me to pick a product for, which, like, who am I? I don't know. Usually it takes me a very long time just to make a couple blush selections, so it's crazy that I landed on one immediately, but I landed on the Rose Ink Foxglove Lip and Cheek color. I immediately fell in love with this blush. I love the packaging on the outside. I do wish that they stayed with this color on the inside because the silver in here truly looks like an airplane toilet. I love the packaging on the outside. On the inside, not so much, but that's just me being very picky. But this blush formula is magical. It's so nice and creamy. It blends so effortlessly. It's a really great cream blush, and it's also kind of a unique texture to me too. It feels like a mixture of like a whipped blush, like the NARS Air Matte blushes, and the melting blush from Rare Beauty. So two of my all-time favorites kind of mixed into one, and in my perfect color. It's just perfect. It's kind of pinky, kind of bronzy. It's just so perfect in every which way. I think this is a color I'm going to reach for all year round. It kind of suits all the seasons for me. I'm just gonna apply a little right here. And what's really nice is that they're pretty pigmented. I say there, I just have the one shade right now. I'm looking forward to the Sephora sale so I can pick up more colors. Do I need more blushes? Absolutely not, but I want to explore this range a bit more. But what I was saying is it's nice that this one is quite pigmented so it can stretch across a bunch of skin tones. It's been one of my favorites to apply kind of right under my eye as well to give that kind of flushed look. Now I'm going to revisit my powder, and I'm just going to set the center of my face. Now for my brows, I usually go in with two products, but I narrowed it down to just the Glossier Boy Brow because I can just use this on its own and I'm happy with the result. But I like how this formula stays on the skin underneath my brows instead of rubbing away. So it can fill in your brows depending on how you apply it. I often use this product all on its own because it's kind of an all-in-one. It does it all for me. I'm using the shade Black, by the way. I just like the natural fluffy brow look. I've never been really into sculpted brows. I just like how it kind of grounds everything, brings balance to the face. So now moving on to my eyes. I haven't been really into palettes this month. I've mostly been using my Danessa Myricks Color Fix nudes. The shade that I like the most is Nude 8. This is the one I'm going to be applying today, but I wanted to swatch the other 3 shades that I have just so that you can see them all in action or against my skin tone. So this is Nude 8, 9, 10, and 12. They're all pretty similar. They just get darker in very subtle increments. And this is the one that is, in my opinion, kind of close to the Tom Ford Abyssinian color. I'm taking a Smith 232, which is a nice blending brush. I'm just gonna take a touch of that and I'm going to kind of wipe off some of the product so we get a nice diffused edge. Oh, forgot to bring you guys in. Now I'm taking this Moda SMI shader and I'm going to pack the shade full on my lid. Then I'm going to take this Smith 233 brush, which is a tiny fluffy brush, and I'm going to bring that on my lower lash line. I love these things. They're so easy to use and they're so quick to apply. And I just love that color so much. I'm just gonna catch this eye up to speed real quick and I'll be right back. I had to kind of shift the angle. The sun is currently hiding behind a tree, so it was making weird shadows on my face. But anyways, now moving on to mascara. The one that I landed on is the Rare Beauty one. This was another very easy category for me to pick. I just love this one. It's just perfection in my eyes and on my eyes as well. It just applies so quickly. It's volumizing and lengthening, and it's really long wearing as well. And here are the eyes all finished. Just super easy and quick to achieve, and I love its longevity. Like the Danessa Myricks Color Fix just stays on my oily eyelids all day. It's incredible. I don't really need an eyeshadow primer when I use them. But now I'm going to zoom you guys out so we can move on to lips. And the lip liner I selected is the Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine lip liner. It's just a perfect universal color. I feel like it suits everything. Well, it's weird to see the background be shifted a little bit. And the formula is so nice as well. It just glides on effortlessly. And it's also very thin as well, and I find that it doesn't give an ultra defined line. It kind of blurs it out, and I personally really like that. So it sculpts and defines without looking too crisp. And that was my 10th product. So I have to revert back to my Rose Ink blush, which actually, it's a lip and cheek color, so worked out perfectly. And I've been doing this kind of look a lot recently where I do the same product on the cheeks and lips. It just ties everything in nicely. You don't have to worry about pairing colors or matching tones. You know, you don't have to worry about any of that. It's just easy. The decision is made for you. And here is the finished look. If I could only keep 10 products. I just love it. This has pretty much been my everyday go-to look. I feel like this look is very flattering, slightly natural, but just very put together. I just love how I feel in this look. I love doing these types of videos. It gets my brain thinking, and it's fun to imagine myself in these different alternate universes. It's a fun time and it gets the imagination going. So that is all from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and found it fun. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments down below. I'll also include links to all of these products in the description down below, so check that out. And I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye!